Welcome to the first episode of No BS. This episode, I figure we're going to start off with a little bit about me and why I got into what I do and why I wanted to start this whole video series to begin with. I grew up in New Jersey, if you can't tell from my accent, in 1974. If you don't know about Italian families, let me tell you a little something about them. We like to eat, and we like to eat a lot, and we like to talk real loud. The women would be cooking all day, the men would work, come home, dinner would be ready. It's not so much like that anymore, but back then, that's how it was. Me, being the only child, I could say I got a little bit spoiled. Not always in a good way. So for me, love was getting food. My dad, he worked a lot. He wasn't really around. So I was with my mom a lot and my grandmother a lot. And the way they showed love was made me food. If I wanted something, I got it. No questions asked. My family loved me a lot. So I got a lot of food. So as you can imagine, I was kind of a heavy kid all growing up. Pretty much through all of grammar school, up into 8th grade, I'd say I had to go to the hefty section quite a bit shopping. But when I was about to go into high school, I decided, you know what, I gotta make a change. So unfortunately, not having any knowledge that I have now, what I did was hardly ate and started working out in the basement of my mom's house with a couple of weights, not really knowing anything. So going into freshman year, I had lost a lot of weight. Matter of fact, a little too much weight. I was thin as a rail, hardly had any meat on me at all. But I wasn't fat anymore, so I was happy. Wasn't really healthy, but I was thinner. So sophomore year, still maintaining my weight, I started working and I decided I wanted to go to a real gym. So my cousin, Tommy, if you're out there, I started working out with him, started showing me the ropes, everything. Went to the gym 5 days a week, working out heavy, meeting all kinds of bodybuilders and Mr. New Jersey and Mr. Universe and doing all these crazy workouts and the bodybuilder diet, the grilled chicken, the broccoli, the rice, 3 to 5 meals a day, working out 2 hours at a time. Totally killing it. That's when the bug really hit me. That's when I decided right then and there, I love doing this and I want to try to do this for the rest of my life. I remember clearly when I went to my guidance counselor, which we all had to do back then, senior year, come in, so Mike, what do you want to do with your life? I told him straight out, I want to be a personal trainer, I want to go to community college, I want to take exercise science, and that's what I want to do. And he was a little taken aback because normally a lot of these kids were like, I don't know what I want to do. I told him, this is what I want to do. So by this time, senior year, I was going to all kinds of bodybuilding competitions. My friends were in shows, all kinds of stuff happening. Went to my first year of college, liked it, took the usual CPR, anatomy, physiology, business, which at the time I thought was a waste of time. Now having my own business, I could see why I had to take it. And psychology. At the time I thought, what the heck I need psychology for? I'd say that's about 80% of this job half the time is psychology. So just before I was going to get to my last credits, because of things going on in my life, having a girlfriend, wanting to have a good time and go and do things, I dropped out of college. Never finished my exercise science certification. So for a little bit there, I took a break from everything. Started working whatever kind of jobs just to get money and go have a good time. Because what better way to forget about your problems than go have some drinks and have a good time? Also, unfortunately, at this time, I had gained a whole bunch of weight back. Matter of fact, more than I ever had before. I was close to 300 pounds at this time. So I stayed with that like that for a while, and one day had a terrible breakup with my girlfriend. And as with anybody who's been through that, it can trigger one of two things. Either you're gonna gain a bunch of weight or you're gonna lose a bunch of weight. I lost a whole bunch of weight and started getting my life back together. But unfortunately, getting my life back together meant I was going out again. So I started going out and partying again. So now I'm in my early 20s, I look good, I'm working out, but I got no drive. I don't know what I want to do again. And then one day, I decided I'm gonna go back and be a trainer again. This up and down stuff was getting out of hand. Between all my addictions with food and everything else under the sun, and let me tell you, everything else under the sun, I said enough was enough, and I had to get my stuff together. So I signed up, got my personal training certification, started working at a gym in New Jersey. That's when I really noticed what people were starting to go through. Even back then, and this was a long time ago, over 15 years ago, watching people struggling with the same things they're still struggling with now. Even with all the things we've come up with, the technologies, the videos, the exercises, all this stuff, none of it has changed. And the one person I saw struggling the most was my mom. Always had a problem with weight, up and down, up and down. Infomercials was her killer. Anything that came on the infomercial. Tony Little, the Gazelle. How many of you people remember the Gazelle? Ab pieces of machinery, the little stepper, and it wound up collecting dust after the first week, and then she went on to the next thing. Nothing ever helped her. And I just felt worse and worse about that. So wrapping up this first part, and believe me, there's more. Next week we'll get into part 2. That really is what sparked me to want to find a better way and to help people realize what is actually healthy. What is actually a better way of doing things without going nuts and constantly worrying about everything and the ups and the downs, just like I've had the ups and the downs, ups and the downs. I still have issues to this day. But I know a lot more now. I'm in a lot better place than I was, so things are better. But we're always learning. We're always trying. So I think I'm going to wrap it there, because I'll tell you the truth. I'll talk everybody's ear off. So we're going to hold it there. Part 2 will be next week. Please remember, like, subscribe, share. Again, I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of background on why I'm doing this, who I am. You know, who the heck is Mike? What is Realistic Fitness? I wanted you to know who I was, why my background. I know the struggle. The struggle is real. I'll see you guys next week.